All right, class, let's keep soldiering on. We're still on section 8.3. This is video 6, and we are getting into the Calvin cycle. Wait, let's take a little quick review. We just learned about the light-dependent reactions. Oh yeah, that's where light comes in, water comes in, and out comes oxygen gas and ATP and NADPH. We learned about the thylakoid membrane, about the electron transport chain, and how God has made an awesome system for using light to power high-energy photons, which in turn pump hydrogen ions into the thylakoid membrane space, which causes basically a concentration differential, which causes the protons to flow out and make ATP and NADPH. Now, dun 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 dun, ATP and NADPH go into the Calvin cycle. They are the reactants in the Calvin cycle. These are the products of the light-dependent cycle. It's a cycle. It's one big circle. It's the circle of light. And ATP will be made, and sugars. Okay, I shouldn't sing. But anyway, yeah. Now we're going to learn how Calvin cycle takes CO2, ATP, and NADPH and turns it into sugar and NADP+. Take a breather. That's what we need. We need to know how that works. So let's go on to page 212, the Calvin cycle. Let's read the chart, and then let's read the text, and it'll all come together. The Calvin cycle uses ATP and NADPH to produce high-energy sugars. The Calvin cycle takes place in the stroma of chloroplasts and does not require light. This means it is light independent. That makes sense, doesn't it? Light independent. Let's talk about step A. CO2 enters the cycle. 6 carbon dioxide molecules are combined with 6 5-carbon molecules to produce 12 3-carbon molecules. Oh my goodness. Basically what it's saying is you start out with 6 carbon molecules right here. Come on, pen. Oh, pen. Yeah, like this right here. And they are combined with 6 CO2 molecules, and God and enzymes do a lot of cool rearranging, and you come out with 12 3-carbon molecules just like that. All right, in step B, energy input. Energy from ATP, where did that energy come from? The sun. And high-energy electrons from NADPH are used to convert the 12 3-carbon molecules into higher energy forms. So, zwink, zwink, and you still have 12 3-carbon molecules, but they're higher in energy. Okay, what's the next step? 6-carbon sugar is produced. Well, it says 2 of the 3-carbon molecules are removed from the cycle to produce sugars, lipids, and amino acids and other compounds. So 2 of the 3-carbon high-energy molecules are used to make 6-carbon sugars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is a sugar, Mr. Worley? A sugar is basically a 6-carbon ring with hydrogens and oxygens attached. All right, so 12 minus 2, you have 10 high energy triple carbon molecules left. Step 5, the 10 remaining 3-carbon molecules are converted back into 6-carbon molecules, which are used in the next cycle. All right, so ATP comes into the play. It combines them, the 10 3-carbon molecules into 6 carbon molecules. Sorry, into 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon molecules. All right, and you see it's a cycle. The cycle just goes round and round and round and round. And at the end of each cycle, you have basically 1 sugar molecule. You've got 6 5-carbon molecules, and yeah, very cool. Let's read about it. The Calvin cycle. The ATP and NADPH formed by the light-dependent reactions contain an abundance of chemical energy, but they are not stable enough to store that energy for more than a few minutes. During the Calvin cycle, plants use the energy that ATP and NADPH contain to build high energy compounds. That can be, let's zoom in just a little, that can be stored for a long time. The Calvin cycle uses ATP and NADPH from the light-dependent reactions to produce high energy. Oh, yeah! That is a great thing I want you to know.